Chapter 5, we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, chord personalities. When I was a little kid, I used to, really little, like before I could read, I used to go into the piano room in our house after dinner. You know, you parents always take forever to eat dinner when you're like 5 or 6 years old. And I would go into that room, and I wouldn't turn the light on, I'd leave it dark. So I'm in this pitch black room, and I'm kind of like feeling around on the piano to find middle C. And I would just sit there and play chords, and I would listen to what they sounded like. I knew enough about chords, listening to the piano lessons of my older brother and sister, and I would just sit there and play triads and compare the way they sounded. And, you know, especially in the dark with no other input, no visual input, I could really focus on the sound of the chords and the relationship of different chords. And now some chords created tension and other chords created rest. And later on, of course, I learned that tension and rest, you hear these terms dissonance and consonance. Well, that's really what that means, tension and rest. So even as a kid, I began to develop this sense of chord personalities and which chords work nicely together as a group and which chords sounded like, wow, this is from some other place. So what that developed in me is I can easily identify chords now. You know, if someone plays a song for me, I can identify what those chords are just by listening because each one kind of has this unique personality to me. So that's what we're going to dive into in this chapter.